If you're starting a faceless YouTube channel in 2026 and your plan is ChatGPT scripts plus editing nights in CapCut, stop. That's the 2023 playbook. This channel has no editor. The video you're watching was cut, captioned, sound designed, and scheduled by Claude Code. My only job was a 10-second approval tap. I'm going to show you the whole system live on my screen in 5 steps. Here's the part nobody tells you. Faceless channels don't die because the videos are bad. They die because faceless YouTube is 4 jobs wearing 1 hat. Find the idea, make the video, write the metadata, post on schedule. Forever. Miss any one and the channel stalls. Most people automate exactly one of those jobs, the script, and wonder why they're still up at 1 a.m. rendering. By the end of step 3, you'll watch all 4 run on my screen in one pass, including the one everybody swears can't be automated, the edit. And the timing matters because the rules just changed. In January, YouTube wiped out 35 million combined subscribers in one sweep, 16 channels, terminated under its inauthentic content policy. Lazy AI channels aren't getting demonetized anymore. They're getting deleted. But the same platform just opened auto-dubbing to every channel, 27 languages, monetized. So 2026 punishes sloppy automation harder than ever and pays real systems better than ever. These 5 steps are calibrated for exactly that split. Receipts, because everyone claims this. This channel went live 6 days ago. 17 videos published, roughly 11,000 views, and my total production time was about 3 minutes of tapping approve. The numbers are small. I'm not pretending otherwise. The point isn't the views yet. The point is what 17 videos cost me. No editor, no editing nights, basically nothing. 5 steps. By minute 13, you'll have a whole system. One thing before step 1. I turned this framework into a free Claude-Powered Channel Starter Kit. A 1-page checklist, plus a sanitized copy of the actual Claude.md playbook file my pipeline runs on. Comment the word system and it's yours, or grab the link in the description. Pull it up and follow along. Step 1 is the niche, and none of the other steps matter if this one's wrong, because the controller, the pipeline, the whole machine just makes bad content faster. The common mistake, picking a topic you like and calling it a niche. That's not a niche. That's a hobby with a thumbnail. A real niche passes 3 filters at the same time. All 3. Not 2. Not 2.5. Filter 1. Could you ship 100 videos here without faking enthusiasm? Not 10. 100. Skip this filter and you'll quit at video 12. And consistency is the whole sport. Filter 2. Does YouTube already send a big audience to this topic? Here's the 2026 mechanic most beginners never learn. The Shorts feed classifies your video into a topical pool before a single human sees it. Small pool, small ceiling, no matter how good the video is. Skip this filter and the algorithm has nowhere to send you. Proof from my own dashboard. Same pipeline, 2 clips. One had a famous company and a $5 million number in the title, 81 views. The other was a plain observation about AI adding 2 hours to your workday, over 1,000. 12 times the views. Why? One landed in the AI pool, where this channel has authority. The other got filed under generic startup stories, where we have none. The niche decides the pool. The pool decides the ceiling. Filter 3. Can the niche make money 3 ways? Ads, your own offer, other people's offers? If the only path is AdSense, you've built a job that pays an exposure until YouTube decides otherwise. And there's a 2026 filter sitting on top of all 3. Pick a niche where you add judgment the AI can't. YouTube's enforcement line is meaningful human involvement. A niche where you just narrate Wikipedia is a niche you'll get flagged in. Niche locked. That's step 1. But a niche is just a lane. Now you need the machine that drives it. And this next decision is what separates this video from every faceless channel tutorial you've already watched. The common mistake is the tool stack. One subscription writes scripts. Another does the voice. Another edits. Another schedules. And some glue app duct tapes it all together. Every video means logging into 5 dashboards, exporting, importing, and fixing whatever broke overnight. That's not automation. That's a part-time job managing subscriptions. The rule: 1 controller with 3 powers. It writes the tools. It runs the tools. It remembers the rules. For me, that controller is Claude Code. Power 1, it writes the tools. Every Python script you're about to see, Claude Code wrote. The feed watcher, the assembler, the scheduler. I described the job in plain English. It wrote the code. Skip this power, and you're capped at whatever feature some SaaS product decided to ship you. Power 2, it runs them. Claude Code lives in the terminal, so it can run ffmpeg, call APIs, move files, and check its own output. Skip this power, and guess who becomes the glue between every step? You, at 1 a.m. Power 3, it remembers. One file, Claude.md, holds the channel's whole playbook. The content pillars, the title rules, the honesty rules, the posting times. Every run reads it before touching anything. Skip this, and your channel has no consistent taste. And inconsistent taste is exactly what AI slop looks like. This is also why a coding agent beats a content app right now. Anthropic built Claude Code for its own engineers before it was a product. It's an agent that plans, executes, and fixes its own mistakes, not a text box you paste into. Controller chosen. That's step 2. Therefore, everything from here is just watching that controller work. This next part is the reason you clicked. The pipeline. Live. Remember the 4 jobs from the top? Most people automate the fun 20%, the script, and leave the brutal 80% manual. The cutting, the captions, the metadata, the scheduling. That's not a content system. That's homework with extra steps. The pipeline runs 5 stages. Detect, produce, assemble, package, publish. Watch each one actually run. Stage 1, detect. A script watches podcast feeds and Anthropic's newsroom. Something new drops, it prints the ID and wakes the pipeline. That's the what do I post today problem, solved by a diff. Stage 2, produce. 2 lanes. Podcast episodes go to a clipper that pulls the strongest vertical moments with captions burned in, and then Claude grades every clip pass, hold, or reject, so the weak ones never even reach me. Original tips run the other lane. Claude writes the script, generates the voiceover, and picks every visual. Stage 3 is the one everybody said couldn't be automated. The edit. One script lays b-roll over the static stretches, fills the dead black bars the clipper leaves, burns word-by-word captions, drops a whoosh on every cut and a riser under the hook, ducks a music bed beneath the voice, and normalizes the loudness to broadcast spec. Look at this.
In work, because we're like kicking off.
No human touched the timeline.
And we can't ever get off that treadmill because of how easy it has become.
And when a clip explains something stock footage can't show, it doesn't grab a random laptop shot. It renders an animated diagram, on brand in code. Watch it draw. Quick pause, because you just watched the hard part. Everything on this screen is in the free starter kit. Comment system, and it's yours. And if you'd rather see receipts than promises, subscribe. This channel runs the experiment in public. Next upload, you'll see whether these exact settings held up, win or lose. Stage 4, the words. Title under 40 characters. Description with credits and the source link. Around 20 entity tags, the actual people and companies named in the clip. A pinned comment pre-written. It all lands in one Q file, next to the video, waiting. Stage 5, publish. Approve videos upload with a scheduled release time, so YouTube itself posts them. My PC can be off. I can be asleep. Notice that word though, approved. Nothing goes out until I tap yes. Why that tap might be the most important 10 seconds in this whole system. That's step 4. Pipeline running. That's step 3. But here's what nobody covering this stuff admits. The machine is the easy part. The first 30 days are where these channels die, and 2026 added a brand new way to die. The common mistake, judging every video the day it posts, and quitting on day 12. Early shorts numbers are noise. I've watched a video sit at 3 views for a day and finish above 800. That's not a strategy. That's a coin flip with a posting schedule. 30 days, 3 jobs. Pass the audition. Hold the cadence. Keep a human fingerprint on every single upload. Job 1, the audition. In practice, YouTube auditions every new short on a small audience before deciding whether to push it wider. On my channel, that test bucket is almost comically consistent. 5 videos, different days, different formats, all landed within 5% of each other, right around 1,000 views. What's the test measuring? Whether strangers watch past the first seconds and stay to the end. Skip this understanding and you'll read 1,000 views as failure and change the things that were working. Job 2, cadence. Daily. Because the audition repeats with every upload, and consistency is how you keep buying tickets. This is what the scheduled queue you saw on stage 5 is actually for. The buffer posts daily even when your week falls apart. Skip a week and you're auditioning from zero again. Job 3 is the one no other video on this topic will tell you. Remember those 16 terminated channels from the top? YouTube's reuse content review hunts for exactly what we're building. Automated channels. And the documented defense is human editorial judgment. That's what my 10-second approval tab actually is. It's not a bottleneck I forgot to automate. It's the moat. Every video on this channel has a human decision on record before it publishes. Full autopilot isn't a flex. It's a termination letter with a delay on it. 30 days survived. That's step 4. Therefore, and only therefore, the money. Because monetization isn't a step you do. It's a door YouTube opens when steps 1 through 4 are true. The mistake here is fake math. You've seen the thumbnails. This Faceless channel makes 40 grand a month, built on CPM guesses and a stock photo of a laptop on a beach. I'm not doing that. That's not a business plan. That's a screenshot of somebody else's Stripe account. Here's what's actually published. YouTube's partner program takes 1,000 subscribers, plus either 4,000 watch hours in a year, or 10 million shorts views in 90 days. Those are YouTube's own numbers, not mine. Everything else you hear is a guess wearing a suit. So here's the stack this channel has pre-built for the day we cross that line. Layer 1, ad revenue, live the moment we qualify. Long form like this video is the watch hours engine. Layer 2, the free kit. Every system comment is the channel building its own audience list when it owns off platform. Layer 3, our own products starting honest and small. The kit is free and the actual script pack costs less than a pizza. Notice what's missing. None of it requires lying about revenue. Where's this channel right now? 12 subscribers. Pre-monetization, and I'm saying it out loud on the record. The stack is built and waiting. If you want to watch a Faceless channel, try to cross 1,000 subs in public. Real dashboard, real numbers, wins, and face plants. That's what the subscribe button is for. That's the whole pitch. Stack pre-built. That's step 5. No course, no community, no baby nah. The link is a free kit, the checklist, and the sanitized Claude.md my pipeline actually runs on. And if you want the raw scripts themselves, there's a small pack next to it. That's the entire store. Comment system, or take the description link. And subscribe, not as a favor, as a front row seat. This channel is going to try to cross 1,000 subscribers with no editor and a 3-minute work week. And every result lands here with the real numbers on screen. Niche, controller, pipeline, 30 days, the money stack, 5 steps, and none of it starts until you lock step 1. One last receipt on your way out. The system you just watched built this short, found the moment, cut it, captioned it, scheduled it in one run. Watch it and tell me a human editor would have done it better. It's on your screen right now.